Did you just get a trigger and trigger spring that look like this? Well, we're going to take a look at how to install it on today's install guide. This is the T5 curved trigger, and it's going to come with this trigger spring. So this arm on the spring here is going to slot into the groove on the trigger. That arm's going to retain your trigger pin, and it's going to sit on top of it just like that. The front of the spring here is going to slot into this slot on the pin and retain it in your receiver just like that. So to install the trigger, I'm just going to go ahead and set the spring onto the trigger just like this, and then drop it down into the lower. I'm going to take the trigger pin, so I'm going to put it with the groove towards where the trigger is going to sit in the receiver. I'm going to push it in from the back side, going to align it with the trigger itself, press it through the trigger, and then you'll see that the arm is sitting between the pin and the side of the receiver. So I'm just going to take a small tool, pop the arm on top of the pin, and then I can push the pin all the way through. You're going to want to hold your trigger to the side to give room for the board, and then just push the board straight down. I'm going to take the front pin, and again, I'm going to put it the same orientation so that the slot will end up on the left-hand side of the receiver. I'm just going to push that through the trigger board. On this MTW 9, I'm going to have the mag catch cut off. You're going to want to push it through the lever there. I can see the spring through the pinhole, so what I'm going to do is just take a little tool, pop that spring up so that I can push the pin the rest of the way through. If you have a cheap flathead screwdriver, you can just cut a little notch in it, and that will make hooking your spring under your trigger super easy. And that's all there is to it. One thing that's really awesome about this new trigger design is that since it doesn't have any screws retaining it to the pin, it's super smooth and feels really great.